How we doing, boys?
Been better.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, Key, you're
Never been
repping
better.
colours there, I guess. But Q, I don't see you repping any team merchandise today. Did something happen?
Not
Do
today.
you want to talk about it?
We'll
with the
get into it. We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Let me do some quick maths. So there was 6 games last week, and we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 this week. So there was 12 teams last week, and now there's 8 teams left. How's that work? Oh, because 2 was on a bye. Okay. Quick maths is not my strong point. I always forget about the bye weeks. But every week is bye week in Pride Month. Turn up. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nameless NFL show. It's the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. I am saying those 2 words despite my 2 teams not making the playoffs. We're going to get to that today. Q, I just got to say it real quick. You're not allowed to say the words play or off. Not allowed to say the words foot or ball, but we'll get to that. If you are new to the show, make sure to like and subscribe. Last week, we made our picks for the Wildcard weekend. We're going to get into a bit of a recap about the super Wildcard weekend that we had last week. Then, of course, make our picks for this thrilling divisional round. I say thrilling. It's not really thrilling for me because my entire bracket has been shut down after last week. One of the teams I had making the Super Bowl lost in the wildcard round, so my entire bracket is dead. Boys, how are your brackets looking? And in fact, let's just start with the elephant in the room. Key, your 49ers, big W in the wildcard round. How are you feeling about that moving on to the divisional round?
If we get knocked out in the divisional, I'll still be happy. Take down the champs, beating the Eagles. Come on, guys. When we were all Niners fans after we beat the Eagles. Come on, getting rid of those sorry ass. Get rid of those sorry ass Eagles. Splendid. It was splendid.
You even had me, a Cowboys fan, supporting the Niners. And you know how much I hate the Niners, but fuck the Eagles, bro. Fuck the Eagles. Q, elephant in the room. My Chicago Bears for the my third team, knocking off the Green Bay Packers. How'd you feel about losing to Caleb Williams? I had to represent today. Caleb Williams and Da Bears. How are we feeling, Q? I'm sorry to rub it in.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Oh man, well, what a thrilling weekend we had in the wildcard round. We started off with Panthers at Rams. Now, this game kicked off while I was in work and I checked the score. I think Rams were up 40-0, I want to say, or it was at least 7-0 when I first checked. And I was like, okay, this is probably going to be an easy W for the Rams. Last week, my pick for this game was Rams minus 10.5. Crazy spread for an away playoff game for the Rams. When I said it in the show last week, I was like, I don't like that. It doesn't feel right to say minus 10.5 points in a playoff game, especially away from home too. But the Panthers got it done. Overall records, let's just get that before we jump into the actual breakdown of the games. I put out last week 11 plays and went 8-3 on my plays, so shout out to anyone who tailed those picks. Key, what was I put out? Like money line plays, spread plays, over unders. That's why I've got so many plays out there. The boys just went with straight up money line. So how did you do, Key, against the records?
So straight money line, I was 4-2.
That ain't bad. That's a positive record.
It was the Bears Packers. I took the Packers, and Steelers Texans. Took the Steelers. You hate to see it, man. You really do.
I think you had the same picks there, didn't you, Q?
I fucking wish, man. I went 2-4 last week. Somehow, the only 2 teams I got right was my Super Bowl matchup, so the bracket is still alive somehow. But every other game, I just saw something different than what actually ended up happening. So yeah, real fucking thrilled about that.
Well, the Rams knock off the Panthers 34-31. Now, I did not expect the Panthers, to put up that many points, bro. I know they're at home in that, and they've made the playoffs, so there's no fluky team in the playoffs. But let's be real, all teams are equal, but some are more equal than others, kind of thing. Like, I did not expect the Panthers to put up that many points. Bryce Young, I've been cooking him on the show, saying he averages 158 yards per game. Like, he went nuts. 31 points. Matthew Stafford, again, with some turnovers in there. And he injured his finger. Did you see that? That could be a big storyline heading into this divisional round. Don't know the status fully of his finger, but he had an interception, which obviously he had, 2 in the first game that they played against the Panthers? Or was it 3? I feel like it was 3.
I think it was 2 picks and a fumble. But
yeah,
there's something crazy like
there's
that.
Costly turnovers. I said in my analysis for this game last week that, like, that was a fluke. Matthew's not going to turn the ball over this time, so the Panthers will win. I mean, the Rams will win. Fucking yeah. Matthew won't turn the ball over and the Panthers win. Jesus Christ. But anyway, he went crazy. 3 touchdowns, 300 yards passing. What did Bryce Young end with? 264 passing. Fair enough, mate. You know what I mean? But anything to add on this game, boys? Did you like what you saw from the Rams, or did you think, a bit shaky, only a 3-point win over this bum-ass Panthers team?
Well, I mean,
go for it, Q.
These bum-ass Panthers dropped 31 on them earlier in the season, so there's one way to adapt, I guess, if you're the Rams. But yeah, I thought, is this the playoff debut for Bryce Young? I want to say
the what debut? Sorry,
and if it is, I mean, the postseason debut, you fucking bitch. Yeah, I thought he played phenomenal after his first interception. His government mandated interception. Once he gets that out of the way, then he can start balling out. And I think he played pretty well.
Key division rivals. Obviously, you've seen the Rams a lot this season. How did you think they did in the Panthers heading to the next round?
Sorry, Q, just crack me up, man. It's just they're so subtle, you fucking bitch. Yeah, I feel like they took the foot off the pedal. I really do. I feel like they were doing this steady line of just easy points, and then it somehow just went to shambles. But you can't do that against every team. You might be able to get away with it against the Panthers team, but it's not gonna work, and it's not gonna get you to the Super Bowl. But I do feel like Bryce Young's just throwing himself into another year starting. I think they're gonna keep him in.
Is he on a contract year? I want to say he might be. Or with the QB contracts, isn't it like an option year? I think that they activate in the contract before they have to sign him to the big bucks. I don't know exactly how the contracts work. I'm fucking clueless.
Every first round pick, you can do a 5th-year option, and he was 2023 class. So I think this is his 3rd year now, second or third, something like that.
Something I was very surprised about, Rico Dowdell, Key's pick in last week's pick 6 parlay. Nice one for that, Key, by the way. Ruined it on the first game. Rico Dowdell had 5 carries. 5 carries for 9 yards.
Rico Dowdell?
Yeah. And I said, I don't love it. I'd rather Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams scored.
Remember.
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard, however you say his name. 2 touchdowns for him on the ground. Nice one, Key. And Bryce Young also had a rushing touchdown, so everyone was getting in there apart from Rico Dowdell. Nice one, Key. But yeah, bro, he went crazy when Hubbard got injured. Had like back-to-back 100-yard games, something mad. And then we get to a playoff game, 5 carries. What's going on there? I know he fell off towards the end of the season because he was in my fantasy team. That was the reason why he fell off, by the way. I apologize to all Panthers fans around the world. But 5 carries, I don't know if he's fell out with the coach, something like that. 9 yards, 1.8 yards per carry. 1.8 yards more than me. Like, Jesus Lord. Yeah, so that kicked off Wildcard Weekend. Then we had, of course, the big one, the Packers against the Bears. Only the 3rd time you guys have faced off in the playoffs, Q, which I thought was a surprising stat. Like, out of all those, like, hundreds of games over the years that you've played. Just over in the 1600s, the Bears against the Packers. Oh, Christ. Yeah. This was only the 3rd time you've matched up in the playoffs. Obviously, Bears won by the score of 31-27. Absolutely sensational stuff. The Cardiac Bears did it again. Q, it was looking good at half time, bro. What went wrong? Break it down for us.
I'm just here so I won't get fined. You know what went wrong? Is we had a kicker who set a franchise record 61-yarder, and we said, yeah, how about we go with the sexual deviant with a quad injury who's fucking 40 years old and make him go out there and miss kicks all
Allegedly.
season? Yeah, I think... fucking God, dude.
I'm trying not to get fined too, Q.
I can't fucking do this, dude. And then also missing a kick, and then we start off the second half. I don't have the exact play data in front of me, but oh my God, if it wasn't the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. It was 1st and 10, wind the clock all the way down, run on first down. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So what happens then? What happens then when you run the same exact play at the same exact time on the clock? The Bears know when the ball is going to be snapped. They know what play you're going to be running. We basically ran the second half using 3 downs instead of 4. So I think that definitely killed us in this game. And I am going to try my best to block this from my memory.
You know, looking at the box score, the player stats, if you told me that Jordan Love had 323 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, without seeing the score, I'd be like, oh, so the Packers won. You know, because to me, that stat line there says easy Packers dub. Like, he kept the ball safe.
Nobody, you know, you talk about some certain type of person carrying the flame. Nobody carries the flame of quarterbacks performing well in the playoffs and defense letting them down quite like Packers quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you look at
Aaron Rodgers penitentiary, man.
You look at some of these stat lines here. Romeo Dobbs, 124 yards and a tud. Matthew Golden finally got cooking, 84 yards and a tud. Now, somebody on this show last week said Matthew Golden has been absolute shite. Then he has a breakout game in the playoffs, 84 yards and his first touchdown. I just want to say you're welcome, Matthew Golden, for jinxing you. On the other hand, we have Caleb Williams, and the Chicago Bears. Chicago? Where does the car go? Anyway, 2 interceptions for Caleb. You're looking at the box score again. Oh, shaky. 2 interceptions, paid double for turnovers in the playoffs. But one of them was an arm punt. I said it in our group chat, and Q wasn't a fan. When a DB's going to realize, though, like, that was 4th down, that he caught that. I know, I understand, probably looks better for him and his stat sheet, and when he goes in for a new contract, he can show them the interception stat. But, bro, if he swats that ball down, you know, you're saving your team like 25 yards there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he picked it off, didn't get no...
Yeah. You know what we did on that drive, though? A touchdown. And then you know what we did after that? A touchdown. And then you know what we did after that? Fuck off!
Oh, man, I hate to laugh at your misery, Q, but yeah, that was just peak playoff football right there. You know, what a way to start it off. Obviously, with the Rams being 10-point favourites, you're thinking it's going to be a blowout. Panthers keep it close, comes down to the last play of the game. This game again, right afterwards, comes down to the last drive of the game. I'm sorry to keep glazing the Bears, Q, but that 4th and 8 from Caleb Williams,
You're not.
That is one of the greatest throws we will ever see in our lifetimes. Genuinely. I know we're late to the party because we're a week on from these games now and stuff, and this has all been said before. There's nothing I can add to the conversation, but genuinely, that's one of the greatest throws we will ever see. And just the stakes on the line, it being 4th down, it's to keep the team alive, rolling out as a right-handed QB to the left, getting his hips square, throwing. Did you see somebody put the Jordan logo over the top? He hit the Jordan logo as he threw it, arm up in the air, legs out. Insane stuff. To convert that, bro, that is a big time play. There's only maybe 2 or 3 QBs in the league that can make that play. Like, genuinely, that is... What a player. Also, we've got to shout out, you know, being 3 cool white boys. When we see a cool white boy go off, we have to shout them out. Big dog of the week goes to Colston Loveland. White boy of the week. 137 yards. Are you kidding me, bro? He went off. Now, I've been waiting for Colston Loveland to have games like this. He had a big one against the Bengals in the regular season. Start of the season, though, wasn't really cooking. Q, me and you spoke in depth in our draft show about Colson Loveland versus Tyler Warren. We were saying how we thought Tyler Warren would go to the Bears because Ben Johnson, the way he uses his tight ends, the play calling, we thought Tyler Warren would be that kind of gadget guy for him. They get Colson Loveland instead, and straight away I'm thinking it's going to be the same thing like they did with Sam Laporta over with the Lions. I thought Colson Loveland would be that guy. Start of the season, it felt like he wasn't really doing anything. You know, Matthew Golden style, just not really involved much. Even though he's got that talent there, they just need to scheme it up. It's looking now like the scheme's getting there. Colson Loveland is that guy, and hopefully he continues to go crazy. I want to shout out Zacchaeus as well on the touchdown because he gave me hope for a long shot parlay that didn't come in, but when that Zacchaeus touchdown hit, bro, you should have seen the scenes. Absolute scenes. But I think we should move on. Anything you want to add on that game, Key?
It was an enjoyable watch for a good few quarters. And then the Bears took over. That's all I could say, honestly. I hate seeing my guy go out like this, honestly, but...
Which one's your guy?
Q.
Oh, Q. I thought you were going to say Jordan Love, wasn't it? Yeah.
I hate seeing it. I hate seeing my guy Q go out like this, but
I know you can't even
that's
like
up to someone, and I'll be there next week. Q.
I was going to say you can't even relate because I mean I said last week both of you guys are first round exits, and I was only 1 for 1 on the shout. Speaking of first round exits, though, the Bills take down the Jaguars 27-24. I had the Jaguars going to the Super Bowl in my bracket picks last week. I said that they would get there, but the Seahawks had beat them. Then I was in work, realized I hadn't submitted my bracket, and I said, you know what, I'm fucking changing it. The Jags going to win the bowl. Click submit, and then they got beat in the first round. Bro, Josh Allen, it's time to have a discussion about that guy. He should not be allowed in this league. How can you do a QB sneak and get 6 yards, bro? How can you QB sneak for 6 yards? I know it's a touch push. His feet weren't even on the ground, but that should be illegal.
We let Jameis do a touch push for 11 yards.
Hey, that's Jameis, though. He gets away with anything, Jameis, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't...
People want...
Go on.
And people want Jeff Hafley as a DC. I don't know about that, man.
See, with the Jameis touch push, though, you've got to understand that it wasn't just his teammates pushing him. He had the hand of the Lord behind him, taking him forward. So, the big story of this game, though, I feel, is the 2 interceptions from Trevor Lawrence. That last interception was an absolute dagger, bro. You know, they go back out there. Can T-Law lead them on this drive? Get some points, get a win in the playoffs. First play, interception, game over. Absolutely fucking heartbreaking right there. What I didn't like about the Jags, the Bills' defense is absolute shite against the run. My guy, ETN, who I always forget his first name, 10 carries, 67 yards. He's averaging 6.7 yards per carry. Oh, I clocked that one late. Q, I see you laughing. Yo, 10 carries, bro. 6.7 yards. What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like,
He's claimed your guy, man. Can't believe it.
Nah, but I wasn't.
My guy,
I didn't mean my guy as in the way that you say my guy. I just meant like my guy's in this guy. You know what I mean? Get a load of this guy. Speaking of this guy, though, 6.7 yards per carry, bro. Fucking keep pounding a rock. Establish the run game, Key. You know what I mean? Like,
that's real.
Like I said that the other day, Q, in work to Key about something completely non-football related. I need to establish the run, and it was like the funniest shit ever. But yeah, didn't like the way the Jags got away from the run game like that. Trevor Lawrence, bro, like, you know, 18 for 30, 207, 2 interceptions. Come on, what are we doing? You know what I mean? James Cook didn't get going either. Yo, that Jags defense is unbelievable, bro. We've seen some ridiculous defense this year in the NFL. Like, and that Jags team, I really thought they had all the pieces to win it all. What do we think about the Bills? Did you guys have the Bills going through, Key? I think you did, didn't you?
I've got Bills winning the Super Bowl, guys. I'm sorry to say it. But my bracket's blown to pieces anyway. I can't lie.
I mean, you can still get the Super Bowl winner.
True. But I think I don't know what it is about the Bills team. They just have nobody. but they're like a bunch of nobodies that come together to form this just W.
Well, there are a
And
bunch
it's
of
crazy.
nobodies with Superman at quarterback, so
Yeah, true.
anyone
could be running routes out there.
Exactly, even like Keon Coleman. We give that grace to young players.
Oh,
He might have to step up this week because one of their receivers, is it Gabe Davis, just blew his knee out, allegedly. I don't know why I said allegedly, like he's going to sue me for saying that. I don't know why I got scared, but yeah, he's on, he's finished. He's no finish. He's only like 28. Anyway, sorry, Q, anything to put on this game? Me and you both had the Jags to win this one, I think.
Yeah. No, it's hard to win games when you're not playing complementary football, and it looks like I thought they were with how they were doing the run to start, but they just completely got away from it. I can kind of understand it with how well Trevor Lawrence was performing down the stretch, but the playoffs, it's whatever. The postseason, it's a different level,
Oh.
and I think uh, Trevor Lawrence, he has the one great win against the Chargers, that 28-point comeback or whatever it was, but that's the Chargers in the playoffs, bro. You kidding
We'll
me?
get to them.
And like we talk about, you got all these guys just like complete nobodies, but then you got Superman at quarterback. I think if any year he was going to be MVP discussions, I thought it would have been this year with how he's carrying scraps pretty much to the postseason, like how Drake May was doing. But obviously statistically wasn't the greatest, but stats aren't always the end all be all, and we clearly saw that in this game.
That really was such a devastating interception at the end. And, I was about to say what that reporter said to Liam Cohen, like, Jags fans, keep your head up because next season you can just do it all over again and Travis Hunter will be back. Did you see that, like, controversy with that reporter, with Liam Cohen? Why is that even controversy?
I cannot believe that there was a controversy around that. And I don't know if it's because people were like, oh, that reporter wasted their time and didn't even ask a question and blah, blah, blah. And we'll talk about it more later. But do you see the questions that Rogers was getting asked? Like,
No.
I'm pretty sure he would have rather had that lady give some encouraging words rather than be like, hey, why'd you sit out at the end of the game? It was 30-6. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm glad that nobody gave him encouraging words and instead was just like asking the stupidest fucking question of all time.
That's what I mean. Like, what do these people even want? I mean, again, we are late to this party. Everything that we really could add to the conversation has already been said. I think Pat McAfee broke it down the best from what I saw from his response to it, saying about how like these journalists don't even care about sports. They don't even like sports. They just get into sports journalism because it's an easy route to get into being a journo, and they don't care about the actual sports side of things. Don't care about people. And again, bro, like, what's the problem? Yeah, she like that was her time to use her like slot to ask a question. But what if she didn't want to ask a question? She just wanted to give some words of encouragement. What's wrong with that? I don't get it. People are just so weird, bro. You know what I mean?
And I mean, you see Liam Cohen's reaction to it. He like you could actually see the brights of his eyes come back. Like he actually lit up a little bit because he was devastated.
Yeah.
And if I was a Jags fan, I'd be devastated too. But it was a great season, and I'm pretty sure they do have the pieces around him right now, especially with Travis Hunter coming back to run it back next year. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I think when he does come back, Travis Hunter, he's going to be, like, I said this in our group chat, they're going to put him cornerback and say, bro, there's two-way stuff, like, leg it. Maybe we'll have a little package play where you come in as a fourth receiver, or if somebody needs a break, you can come in. We can hand you a little jet sweep, something like that. But this whole two-way full-time stuff, nah, bro, because you've got Jacoby Myers, BTJ. Yeah, BTJ had a down year, sophomore slump, whatever, but he's still got talent there. Jacoby Myers went crazy since he came in. Parker Washington these last few weeks has been going absolutely berserk. But Key, what do you think about? In fact, we started with you, didn't we? With anything else to throw in this game? No.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
I
we
have
did.
one word to say. Duval.
Oh, that's too soon, bro. That's too soon. Well, we can start with you again, Key, because the next matchup was the 49ers taking down the Eagles 23-19. Lost another big piece though on the offense. George Kittle. Moment of silence for Tequila Boy over there. But Key, give us your thoughts, bro. You were scared heading into this one. How did you feel watching the game?
Sometimes being scared works, guys. It's okay to be scared. I was very scared. I can't lie. I was sat here watching it. It was just, it was a risky one. It was a tricky game, but the moment the Eagles kick and miss that PAT, the whole time there was just a little smile on my face, man. Once we did that little trick play, the used to be called I think the Debo smash, something like that, or something along those lines. Once we did that with Sky Moore and Juan and CMC, man, I was riding a high, honestly. This is what it feels like, guys. This is what it feels like to win a Super Bowl. Sorry,
I wouldn't know. Yeah, I wouldn't know. At least you've been to one in your lifetime.
Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
2 actually, and lost both. Yeah, awesome
I wouldn't
sauce.
admit that.
You're a stronger man than me.
But you know what, guys? The real coldest white boy of the week, big dog of the week, CMC, 114 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns. That catch, I'm saying,
The catch.
that route, the new route that he ran. Did you see the route he ran where it was like a fucking, I don't even know how to explain it, but it was like Kyle Shanahan invented like a whole new route where he was going on this like just like a random like pointless route that just takes away a defender, and he just like spun and cut back for the touchdown. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, man.
Sign me up, guys. You know what I mean? We're back.
CMC is insane, and that trick play. Everyone wants to talk about the flea flicker, the reverse, the actual throw from Juwan Jennings. But I said straight away to Key, like when I first seen that play, the most underrated part of this play is CMC's catch, bro. Like if you actually watch him catch that, it doesn't just fall in the bucket. He has to track it over his shoulder into the end zone, maintain possession as he's going down. Exactly, like that is top tier wide receiver play from a running back. And that's just such a skill that he's developed. Because, I mean, when he first came into the league, I don't think he was doing all this with the Panthers. Like, yeah, he could catch a few balls at the backfield, and everyone knows the little Texas route that he had against Clay Matthews and the Packers. It's that wheeler route. Everyone knows that clip. Sorry to bring up another Packers low light, but
he's only got so many shots in him,
Well, there's more to come.
Brothers brothers bleed.
Hey, I'm wearing Chicago on the shirt again. I have to run it back with the same outfit from last week. It has to be done. But yeah, bro, Brock Purdy 2 interceptions as well. You need to be careful with those. You're lucky that the Eagles' offense is absolute shite. Because those guys, bro, Jalen Hurts pack it up. I know AJ Brown had some big drops, but man, their offense sucks. Have you seen the fired thingy though?
He still balled out, and we got a dub.
He did. But are you gonna eat that? Yeah, did you see Kevin Patullo has been fired by the Eagles? I just saw that this morning. So, hey, coaching carousel. I forgot to say that at the start. So many more people getting fired left, right, and center. I just saw also the Ravens have interviewed Brian Flores for the head coach position. Got me feeling nicey. Saquon went crazy though on his 100 yards. No touchdowns for Saquon. No,
there was one play.
Why can I picture him in the end zone? Or am I tripping?
There was one Saquon play where he I don't even know how many yards he got, but it was a big run, and I was just like, I had the me hoodie over my face like this, and I was just watching it like, no, don't run it in, please don't run it in. He was literally, it was a good, like, I want to say like 20, at least 20-yard run, and he got took down, and I was so happy to see him get taken down. It was just, it was a great game, guys. It was one of the best games of the week.
It really was. This was an entertaining one. It's never fun to watch that Eagles offense. Hopefully for Eagles fans, or hopefully not for Cowboys fans, but hopefully for Eagles fans that, somebody else comes in to run that offense and you can actually look like a complete unit. I expect AJ Brown to not be there next year. Don't know where he'll end up landing, but I definitely expect him to be gone because, I mean, did you see he left his jersey in the locker room? Left his jersey.
2 of them for Cooper and Quinyon Mitchell.
You can get there, bro.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, Quintanamo Bay. Yeah, he left his game worn jersey there, and obviously skipped media too. And Uncle Ocho made the point on Nightcap, like when he was not getting the balls and when he was like playing through the season, he was at the media. You know, everyone remembers all the clips of him this season saying about, I guess Saquon's not himself too. Then, you know, all those clips. Now you have a bad game. It's your like responsibility as an athlete to stand there, face the noise. You know what I mean? Don't shy away from it, bro. But Q, what did you see in this game from this Eagles team? Anything that we, you know, haven't seen all season from this absolute garbage offense?
No, not really. I will say, I think a lot of I was watching the highlights and a lot of the Saquon runs, he was pretty much one guy away from breaking it off so many times, but each time, Niners, their defense, I'd say it every single week almost, no matter who goes down, their unit is incredible. They always have guys that can fill in, step up, make the crucial tackle when they need to, get the crucial pick when they need to. It's honestly something to awe at, and I could totally see how they got it done this week, even if it wasn't what I initially picked. So just an outstanding job by him.
Yeah, that was the game where I gave 3 plays. I said Niners plus the points under 44.5, which hit. And I said Eagles money line, which I should have just left out. You know, I'd already said give me Niners plus the points. I should have just left that Eagles money line out and had a clean sweep on that game. But yeah, let's move on to the lowest scoring game of the week. The Patriots against the Chargers. Heavy defensive matchup. Bro, I said it last week, getting Milton Williams back for the Patriots is massive, and he was absolutely eaten out there. That guy was causing problems for Justin Herbert, which he's had a lot of problems all season, Justin Herbert, with that O-line in front of him. But Milton Williams was out there headbutting his coach. Did you see Vrabel getting all bloody on the sidelines? Because he fucking butted him. But man, Drake May, again, solid game from him. Who the hell is E. Chisholm? Is that a real name? Efton Chisholm III. Who the hell is that?
Is that a real name?
Come on, bro.
Randomly generated player.
Efton Chisholm, that sounds like a genetic disorder. You know what I mean? Ah, yeah, I've got Efton Chisholm syndrome. Like, come on, bro. But anyway, I bring him up because he's down on the passing stats. He's a wide receiver for the Patriots. He's down on the passing stats. Maybe there was a trick play that I didn't see or something. He went 0 for 1 on his passing attempt. But yeah, man, Drake May led the team in rushing, led the team in passing over Efton Chisholm. Ramondre Stevenson led the team in receiving, 75 yards. Christ, didn't even realize that. But man, just a solid performance again from the Patriots. I doubted them. I said I didn't know if they could get the job done against this solid Chargers defense because, you know, the Patriots have played absolute bums all season. You know, the strength of schedule being historically like the easiest of all time, or I think it's like the second or third easiest of all time since they started tracking the strength of schedule stats. So I was like, this is the first big test for the MVP candidate. And he got the job done. You know what I mean? Key, what do you think about Drake May?
I think it was such an underwhelming game. I feel like I thought it was going to be a lot better than what it was, not like a little stinker. But it was still enjoyable, I guess. It just wasn't like, you know, Brady, Gronk, Edelman, you know, them kind of guys. Sorry, Q. But you know, this one has me scared for the divisional. Though, if you can barely, I want to say I know they didn't really barely beat them, the Chargers, but like barely beating the Chargers has me a little worried for the next game.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was not expecting Bryce Young to have a better postseason debut than Drake May because you saw Drake May out there. He didn't look comfortable for most of the game. Definitely, first option was to take off when things were breaking down, which was often against the Chargers defense. Finally able to find Hunter Henry in the end zone towards the end of the game, and that kind of was the big separator. I want to say that was the only touchdown of the game. I'm not 100% sure, but just all that effort only to muster up like 16 points didn't really inspire a lot of hopeful feelings from me, but a win is a win. They can definitely put together a better performance next week. So you kind of just need to take the good with the bad and move on.
Yeah, you were right in saying that with the only touchdown. The other points obviously came from the the rookie kicker that the Patriots have, he was perfect on his kicks, 3 for 3. You know, rookie kickers making field goals in crunch time, like. Yeah, anyway, the less we say about that, the better. That's still fresh wounds. Speaking of fresh wounds...
Hit him with a cue.
you
lick back.
You just handed him a steel chair there. Why is it... Wait, hold on, Q. Why is he jumping me now? As if I won't be on his ass next week. You know what I mean?
Lick him up.
Like, you just hit me with a chair for no reason. Speaking of fresh wounds, though, I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is going to have some to deal with this week. The Texans beat the Steelers 30-6. I was kind of nervous in this one, I'm not going to lie, because my pick for this game was under 39.5. So when they got that pick 6 close to the end and it was 36, that's points total, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, something might happen here. Because it looked so obvious it was going under for the longest time. But, man, A-Rod, you hate it had to be him. If this is his last game in the NFL, 146 yards and a pick 6, sacked 4 times, like, that Texans defense, though. That Texans defense, boys. We need to start a dialogue. Also, I was ready to get on my soapbox this week and be like, I told you so. Because CJ Stroud was playing like an absolute bum. And then he just turned it around a little bit towards the end. But still, start of the game, CJ was not looking good. Somebody called him on Twitter, Key, CJ Uso. They said he's like the same caliber of player as Jey Uso is to the WWE. I did not expect as well. Wait, what? Do you know Woody Marks isn't called Woody? Did you know that's not his real name? I thought his name was Woody Marks. That's a nickname. I don't want to know how he got that name. I'm just looking at the box score and I see J. Marks. I'm like, who the hell's that? Yeah, I said last week as well, another cold take from me. I'm not scared of Woody Marks. I don't see him as the type of back that can just break one on you and get off in the wind. 112 yards and a tud. Yo, we need to start getting some like royalty payments from some of these players that I'm jinxing. Because I say a player's garbage, then they have a career game, bro. 120 yards in the playoffs. Like, but anyway, CJ Stroud, it's on you, bro. Because this Texans defense, we really need to start a dialogue. Did you see people saying on Twitter like some of the ideas for nicknames for them? Because, all the great defenses over the years, like the Steel Curtain, No Fly Zone with the Broncos, Legion of Boom with the Seahawks. Like, people are saying this Texans defense needs a nickname. I think we should come up with one on the show. Oh, man. Hey, this defense, right? I think they need drug testing, bro, because not even Will Anderson, the other one, Daniil Hunter, his arms, bro. I've never seen arms like that in my life, lad. I'm not being funny. Like, that's gotta be drugs, bro. That guy is jacked. It's no... I'm sorry to put that on his name. I'm sure he just works hard and lifts, but, bro, there's gotta be drugs.
Comments.
Big game for our boy, Charlie Kirk in this one. 144 yards and a touchdown. It had to get brought up, bro. Stephen A. Smith's gone viral this week, friend of the show. He must have watched the boys last week because one of us already made that joke last week. Now Stephen A. wants to say it on national TV, get all the credit for it. Everyone thinks it's hilarious. Everyone's following, subscribing, putting money in Stephen A.'s pocket. My pockets are empty. You know what I mean? Fast and Furious, Key. My pockets are empty, Kerr. Like, I've got nothing but Charlie Kirk, Christian Kirk, 144 yards and a touchdown. Ridiculous. Big loss here. Nico Collins, concussion protocol. Will he be cleared? It didn't look good. I'm not going to lie. He fucking headbutted that ground, bro. On Pittsburgh on a cold Monday night. Like, bro, that must have felt like headbutting a fucking rhinoceros, bro. Swear down. Because that did not look good.
I hate to be that guy, but I think Kirk will carry the flame with him being out.
That's an incredible reference. I fucking love it. But yeah, bro, he did go nuts. And yeah, anything to throw on this one? You two obviously both picked A-Rod and the Steelers. You hate to see you guys going out like that.
Man. Sad day. If only Aaron Rodgers had receivers who could catch a goddamn ball.
Oh yeah, DK was playing like AJ Brown. Precarious.
I hate him.
Someone called him
Why did I pick
Keon
fantasy?
Coleman.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. We give that grace to young players.
Dion Coleman's crazy.
Q, anything to add? Do you think this is it for A-Rod? Do you think this is where he hangs it up?
It's really hard to say because there were reports last week talking about, oh, he's looking exceptional. He might be pondering the possibility of coming back one more year. But the start of the year, it was a 1-year deal. He said this is probably it. After the ass whooping he took on his way out, I don't know. I don't know, man. You hate to see legends go out like that. You hate to see Dan Marino lose what 62-7 in the playoffs. Just like you absolutely hate to see them go out that way. But I don't think a lot of people are going to remember him going out that way. If it is the end, I think people are going to remember Super Bowl winner, 4-time MVP, top 5 in touchdowns and passing yards, one of the greatest to ever do it. So, regardless of if this is the end or not, he's always going to be my GOAT.
And you got me all emotional there, Q. This really does feel like a funeral for a legend.
I feel like they need to make a statue for him and immortalize him forever. Sorry, guys. I'm just full of these
I
terrible
forgot
jokes here.
about that. You know, I completely forgot that's part of his legacy.
I
Sensational.
love
What a
Rodgers,
guy.
man. That's my guy.
Rogers Realm
is also my guy.
at the ground. I saw Rogers Realm in full Steelers gear. I saw somebody tweet that, like a news reporter, as if he was like a Make-A-Wish kid. He said something like,
Rodgers meets Rodgers.
Yeah, they were like Aaron Rodgers meets a fan like dressed as him, and it's and goes over and greets him, and it's a night the fan will never forget. Something like that, as if he was like some Make-A-Wish kid. I'm like, bro, that's Rogers Realm. Put respect on him. You know what I mean? Like.
Got Rodgers Realm at the helm, and people just can't take it.
Well, boys, should we move into our divisional round picks? I think it's about damn time. We kick off with the AFC #1 seed, the Denver Broncos, hosting the Buffalo Bills, coming off a bye week. Will that benefit the Broncos having that week off? Will it benefit the Seahawks with their week off? Or will it be a hindrance to both of those teams? Will they be looking rusty, looking shaky in these two games here on Saturday night? It's only one way to find out, and that's play some damn football. The Broncos currently 1-point favorites at home. Total points in this game, 46.5. Key, you have the Bills going to the Super Bowl, so I'm guessing your pick already, but break it down for us what you like in this game.
You know, it's going to sound a little stupid, but I feel like this game all comes down to the Bills' offense versus the Broncos' defense. Obviously, that's how every game does, but you know what I mean? It's like this Broncos defense is scary, man. It has its times where it's not. It has its times where it's been a little arse, but the majority of the time, it's scary. It's just about them getting the offense working, which is also a little scary because it can be up here and it can be down here. And I'm hoping this week it's down here and the Bills and Superman take the dub because I really want the Bills to go far. If my Niners can't go far, at least make Kate Bishop's husband go far. Give me the Bills.
I think this is a really ugly game because I see both offense very similar in a sense, where there's a lot of quick screens, yards after catch, trying to keep the ball safe, even though Josh Allen obviously can like spin it. Bo Nix can spin it too, but when he spins it, bro, I'm like, there's a 50% chance this is going to be picked off. And Sean Payton knows that. I think that's what leans into his play call and for so many quick screen short passes. Don't put the ball in harm's way because, like I always say, you pay double for turnovers in the playoffs. And especially against this Bills team, 2 picks last week against Trevor Lawrence. Like, this could be a scary time for Sean Payton. I think he could play this one very conservative with his play calling, but it's a playoff game. Are you going out there to win the game, or are you going out there to try not to lose it? And that's a mentality difference which could impact the game. Total points being 46. Don't know how I feel about that. I want to lean under because I don't like both of these teams. But then at the same time, this has potential to be crazy, bro. Josh Allen, cool white boy, throwing against Riley Moss, terrible white boy. This, what did Bussin' with the Boys call the key? That's a milk check right there. It's a milk check.
A milkshake. That's
You
double
know,
cream.
whoever you see lining up on Riley Moss, just throw it his way. It's either a completion or it's a
I seen the
penalty.
one talking about Colston Loveland on him, is it? And he's like, "That's double cream right there." That was
Bro,
class,
Greg
man.
Olsen said.
White on white crab.
Greg Olsen said coaches should get an extra timeout if they see one of their white boy defenders is out of position. Like, if they realize a milk check, that should be an extra timeout. That's so funny. But yeah, man. PS2, Nick Bonito, Zach Allen. Give me the Denver Broncos money line. That's my pick. I can really see Josh getting it done, and if he doesn't, bro, when will he ever get it done? You know what I mean? This is no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe Burrow. Josh Allen, this is your year. If you don't get it done now, you never will. You're already Schno. I love Deion Dawkins too. To see him with a Super Bowl ring, that'd be nice, but I don't like anyone else on that Bills team. Fuck out of here. Who you got?
With James Cook.
Fuck James Cook. Crying ass.
Beat you in the fantasy playoffs, James Cook. Yeah.
In the
I'm
fantasy
looking at
war?
this game, and it's not important. What is important though is this game, and and what I see happening in this game. You got a stout defense from Denver. They're obviously going to be playing out of their minds, but we see it time and time again where there's great quarterbacks and no weapons around them, and they somehow just will their team to a win. We already saw Josh Allen do it once against the Jags. That defense, I thought, was pretty phenomenal for most of the year. They were totally able to just scoot right past them. Buffalo's own defense actually stood up and took care of business down the stretch. So I think I'm going to have to rock with the Bills on this one.
I'm just looking at the market right now for touchdown scorers, and I'm looking at this. I'm like, who the hell's going to score for the Broncos? Like, the favorite to score is RJ Harvey, then Cortland Sutton. Then the next favorite to score a touchdown is Bo Nix. And I'm like, are they really that arsed that their QB is the third most likely to score a touchdown? Like, that is kind of crazy, bro. I'm not going to lie. But then saying that, the Bills, their QB is number 2 to score, but then that's Josh Allen. You know what I mean? That's a bit of a cheat code. But, bro, I'm feeling the under, slight lean under 46. This could be just a defensive display of a terrible Broncos offense against their fucking amazing defense. You know what I mean? That could be the play here. But let's move on to the next game of the night. Key, you can start. 49ers at Seahawks. Third time you're playing this season. Very familiar opponents. It's the playoffs. And something that might surprise you. The Seahawks are favourites, obviously being at home, being a playoff game. That probably won't surprise you. But the spread is 7.5 points, bro. That's kind of disrespectful. A whole more than one score. Total points in this game, 44.5.
With us only scoring 3 points in the last meetup. It's shaky. I think,
You beat them the time before, though, didn't you?
Yeah, but we had everybody. You know what I'm saying? We had Fred, Nick, Ricky P, George. You know, we had everybody. Now we're back. We've lost George. George is very, very, very important to this team. Not even just as a receiver. He's a very, very good run blocker. He's a very good just threat in general. Like he unlocks the run game on a different level. The first game that he came back after his hamstring injury, we finally got CMC having over like a 10-yard run. You know, he's a big factor. Obviously, we have obviously Bosa and the run game. Sorry, the edge game being a bit shaky.
My favorite game.
But we had a few pressures last week. I don't think we got a sack. When have we? You know, but you know, Sam Darnold, I'm hoping he has a little stinker. I'm hoping my guy, our friend of the show, Jake Tonjes, scores a touchdown.
He's not a friend of the show no more after last week, bro. If he would have scored, kept the parlay going.
To be fair, all I'm saying is he scores if it doesn't get the PI. You know, the holding. He scores. Easy.
I'm so mad about that.
It was like at their 30.
For those who don't know, I had a long shot parlay on last week for some touchdown scorers. I had Kyron Williams to start it. I had fucking Alameda Zacchaeus. Don't even know what the fuck his first name is. I just say noise. It sounds right. I had Zacchaeus at 10-1. I got Tonjes at like 16-1. Then George Kittle got injured. Like, obviously, hope he quick recovery. George Kittle, friend of the show, future friend of the show. We need to stop saying friend of the show. No one's ever been on the show. Future friend of the show. But I'm like, bro, Kittle's out. Tonjes is first string tight end now. This is it. This is it. You know, this is gonna hit. And obviously didn't. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, bro. I think 7.5 points is disrespectful.
When isn't it? When aren't we disrespected? I mean, you hate to see it.
With it being a divisional game,
Yeah.
with it being a divisional game as well, you know, third time you're playing each other. What new stuff are they going to pull out that you haven't seen on film already this season? You know what I mean? Like, how are they going to surprise that defense? What are you going to show? You know, you didn't get no sacks, but if you can still generate a bit of pressure, get Sam Darnold thinking. You know, I said last week with QBs, you need to speed them up or slow them down. If you can just ever so slightly make him speed up his decisions. Bro, Sam Darnold, he's liable to throw a pick, Key. You know what I mean? He's liable to throw a pick. He might see the ghost of Fred Warner out there. He might actually see Fred Warner out there. Did you see this guy's running around on the field? Like,
he's opened his practice window too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
the best DC in the league. We got the best running back in the league, the best coach in the league, top 10 QB. You know, it's looking good. Best fullback in the league.
Best fullback in the league is
underdogs, aren't you?
Q. I have never heard someone boast about having the best fullback in the league. That's something I've never heard.
You can, you know.
You would have done the same damn thing when the Ravens had Juszczyk.
Hey, Patrick Ricard though.
Tell him Q.
Patrick Ricard. Don't get me started on him, but I would never say Patrick Ricard's the best fullback in the league.
Because he's not.
He's up there. He's up there. He's one of the best run blocking fullbacks. I know Juszczyk does his whole wide receiver thing, but you know, if I want someone to lead me into battle, lead block for me, am I following Kyle Juszczyk or am I following Patrick Ricard? Yes. I'm probably following Patrick Ricard, bro. That guy's an absolute battering ram Bolden ball. Bolden ball? That's not even a thing.
Bolden ball.
What's a Bolden? Boulder's Gate, bro. Spalding ball. Donald Trump taking dollars from y'all. I had to throw that. Shout out Gagne.
Olin ball. A Spalding ball.
9 and 5. Oh man, what was your pick for this game though, Key?
I think I might go Niners.
Money line?
Yeah, cash money.
You don't want the points?
No.
You don't want to play it so you can take the points?
Crab money line Matthews. Give me money line.
Q, how'd you see this game shaping up? Who'd you like and how'd you like them?
Yeah, I hate to kind of go back to last week again. I picked against the Niners. I thought the Eagles were going to get it done. But next week, regardless, I thought both those two teams were going to be whoever won last week was going to lose this week. And Niners won last week. I think they're going to lose this week against the Seahawks. Got a lot of rest. You just got to prevent Sam Darnold from having any turnovers. I know it's susceptible, but he has had some pretty exceptional games this year as well. So whatever Darnold you're going to get, I think that's the result of this game. But regardless, I'm going to have to rock with the Seahawks off some rest. Another sacrificial lamb on the Niners to keep CMC healthy. George Kittle's gone. Run game's not going to be as good as it was, not nearly as good. I think Seahawks can definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, another victim of Levi's Stadium electrical substation as well. It's getting ridiculous.
Somebody's going to die in the Super Bowl.
Bro, it would not surprise me. Like, it's getting ridiculous. Go on, Key.
Me?
Oh, you would just volunteering as tribute. If it means the Niners win, Key will be the next.
CMC healthy, man. Fuck.
Key's just out there, like, strapped to the substation, and he just hears the noise inside, and he's like, Niners won. And then he just accepts his fate and just fucking dies.
Like The Undertaker and Stephanie McMahon just got me, like, with arms wide open.
Bro, I am so torn on this game, you know. I am so torn on this game. I think out of all the games in this round, this is the one that I'm like, I don't know which way to go. Like, I finally bought in on the Niners last week, Key, and they paid dividends. with that, plus 4.5 points, plus 7.5 points. That sounds too good to be true. Over one score in a playoff game, divisional game. I always say in the regular season, that's too many points for a divisional game. Never mind divisional game in the playoffs, but Niners are away from home. Seahawks coming off rest. Everyone's dead on the Niners team. I really want to pick Seahawks minus the points. But then at the same time, I just don't think... I feel like 7.5 is too scary, bro. I might have to go Niners plus 7.5. That's the pick. That's the pick, and I'm jinxing Key. And next week, he won't be allowed to say the words foot or ball. He won't be allowed to say the words play or off. He won't even be allowed to go to the playground. Don't know why you'd be there anyway. But anyway.
Falling with my bruise.
Yeah, give me San Francisco 49ers plus 7.5 points. I just feel like the Seahawks are going to win by like fucking 17 now that I've said that.
Fuck's sake, man.
I don't know, man, but it's going to be a good game anyway. Hey, I picked just last week and look what happened.
Yeah, but that was... You also picked us money line.
No, I picked you plus the points.
With the points. Eagles money line, that covered each side.
I know, but the Eagles money line was like covering my ass at the end of the spiel. My entire pick was Niners plus the points and the under, which hit. 44.5, that's not a lot of points. Give me the over in this game as well. If the Niners can keep it competitive and not put up a little 3-pointer, which I hope you can. DeMarcus Robinson, by the way, went crazy last week. Shout out to him. He used to play for the Rams, right? I thought, for some reason, you guys were playing the Rams in this round because I was going to mention DeMarcus Robinson against his old team, but then I guess not. But that could be the conference championship game if you manage to get through here. Well, that would be crazy, bro, if you beat the Seahawks and then have to play the Rams. That would be madness. Anyway, yeah. Q, did you pick? Am I tripping?
I went Seahawks.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you went... Why are you shaking your head for, Q? You're throwing me off.
Go.
I said, Q, did you pick? And he went...
I just like hearing him talk.
Just fucking rage baiting. Okay, well, you can hear him talk for this next game because he can start. It's the Texans at the Patriots, Q. Patriots, 3-point favorites at home. Total points in this game, 41. Damn, that's low. Who'd you like? How'd you like him, Q?
A lot of this year, I've definitely gone back and forth on some teams, and I'm going to have to stick with it because based on how these two teams performed last week, I don't know how a lot of people can see it any different. I talked about it, it's a little facetious that I'm like, oh, Josh Allen will be able to will his team over the Broncos defense, and Drake might not be able to will his team over the Texans defense, but I don't think he's faced a defense like this all year. And we talk about one of the greatest to ever do it. If he can only put up 6 points against them, I'm not excited to see what Drake May can do against them. So I might have to backtrack on one of my Super Bowl selections here, but I think I'm going to have to go with the Texans on this one.
You taking them outright? Outright to win? Damn, bro. Hey, this will be a tough game, this, Oh, Key, who've you got?
Yeah, Q honestly couldn't have said that any better. It's a scary game to be a Patriots bracket picker. I'm so 50-50 because this Texans team, the Texans offense stinks. The Texans defense is unbelievable.
Ooh,
I don't
Christian
know,
Gonzalez, by the way. Concussion protocol. Don't know if he's obviously going to pass or not. And Nico Collins, he probably won't pass. I actually didn't see what happened to Gonzo, but I saw Rabe said that he's in concussion protocol. That's a big loss for, the Patriots. You want to talk about, the Texans lost their number one receiver. Patriots lost the number one cornerback. That evens it out a bit, For whoever wants to carry the flame for the Texans offense, whether it be Kirk or someone else.
Oh God! Just get out purely because I don't want to see CJ Stroud ball in the bloody playoffs. Get rid. Give me the Patriots.
You taking them minus the points or just money line?
Money line, straight money line.
Fairs, I respect it. I genuinely think this will be a very close game. The spread's 3 points. I feel like it should be like maybe 1.5 points. I feel like this could be 26-27. Like, genuinely so close. With that in mind, give me the Texans plus 3.5. I'm moving the line to get myself an extra point to get me over that hook, just in case it is a rookie kicker field goal that separates this game. Bro, I feel like 41 points is not a lot of points. But then again, you look
I
at
feel
what
weird being in the top row.
I know. I don't like the way that he's just done that, and
Here we go.
yeah,
Sorry, boys.
bro. It's like sometimes, right?
Weird heights.
You know the Mallory Bros. I always bring up the Mallory Bros. They're twins. They always stand on the same side, like when they do videos. So like, even though you can tell the difference between the twins if you've watched them long enough, like they stand on the same sides so people know who they are. Sometimes they do like Discord calls like this, and the cameras flip sides, and it's the most jarring shit ever. Like when they used to do their NFL pick show, sometimes the cameras would flip and it'd be horrible. Like if this like little setup here ever rotates, I will be mad and we'll just end the show because I just don't like when the cameras change. I don't like change. Anyway, if you missed my pick there, Key, I'm taking Texans alternate spread plus 3.5. Give myself an extra half point just in case. But man, that Texans defense, bro, Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter, absolutely insane. Then again, I might be about to talk myself out of the pick. That Patriots defense is looking strong. You saw the pressure that they managed to get on Jay Herbo last week, but then Jay Herbo's O-line sucks. Will Campbell, the rookie, up against Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. Hey, this is going to be a good game, boys. It's going to be a good game. Let me play it safe and go Texans plus the points. Because, again, like I said last week, I'm going to keep saying it until it comes true. If the Texans don't win the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of CJ Stroud. Because that is a Super Bowl defense right there. You know, the D-line, the linebackers, the secondary, like the whole squad, whole 9 or 11, I guess. But, bro, the whole 9, they are the complete package over there on defense. You know what I mean? But that offense, though, like Woody Marks, I'm not scared of Woody Marks. 112 yards incoming. Not scared of Woody Marks. Nico Collins is gone. Now I'm leaning Patriots. Ooh, let me take Texans plus the points and just move on because I'll be here all day talking myself out of that pick. Yeah, never mind. Anyway, I can see Delaney Walker moving this line to like Texans plus 5.5 or something like that. I can't wait to watch Bussin this week because I feel like that's fully what Delaney's going to do. But yeah, let me play it safe right there and let's move into the last game of the week. LA Rams, Chicago Bears. I'll start because why the hell not? I've got the Chicago jersey on. I've got the Chicago accessories on. The Caleb Williams Iceman. Are you kidding me? Anyway, this line opened
The
up.
wired earphones.
The wired earphones, exactly. I was doing this before Caleb too. I think I might actually be older than him, so I can't actually say that. Anyway, Chicago Bears hosting the Rams. The sunny weather LA Rams coming to cold Chicago. How are they going to deal with the weather? Bears underdogs at home, 3.5 points. Total points in this game, 48.5. I think there's going to be a shootout again. It's 4 quarters. You come to play 4 quarters. I feel like Rams money line at halftime is the play. In fact, let me see what the halftime spread is. I'm about to give you the play of the century. Halftime spread's 2.5 points. Take Rams minus 2.5 points for the first half. But give me Chicago Bears money line on the game, bro. Because you've got to play 4 quarters with the Bears, as a lot of people have come to find out. You can't play 1 quarter. You can't play 2 quarters. You can't play 3. You've got to play all 4 quarters against the cardiac Bears. Now, Matthew Stafford, he's played like an MVP this season. But he had 2 picks against the Panthers. Maybe 1 pick. I can't even remember, whatever it was. Anyway, he threw a pick against the Panthers. Matthew Stafford will throw a pick. He's been good with the football in the regular season, but then he played the Panthers in the regular season, threw like 2 picks there. Then he threw another pick against them last week. What did this Chicago Bears team do, boys? They take the ball away. Give me the Bears money line, and I can't wait to watch this game. This could be the point, though, where the dream ends after last week. and the Rams just completely blow them out. Obviously, Matthew will be used to cold weather because he's played in Detroit. Detroit play in a dome though, don't they? But I guess he still had to play the Packers and Chicago twice a year when he was in Detroit. So Matthew will be used to it. But how about the rest of this team? How about the rest of this team who play in the warm weather all year? You know, they say two things travel in football when you play away: the run game and the defense. And that Rams defense is great. But recently, they've looked a bit shaky. 31 points from bum-ass Bryce Young. Shaky. Give me Caleb Williams and da Bears. Da best team in da playoffs. Key, who you got for this one, bro?
I hate him so much. We need a third co-host, guys. If anyone...
Oh yeah, can they edit? Can they edit?
Yeah,
ask them that.
Edit,
put that on the job description. Lead. Also, I just want to say before we do move on, Key, what number does Caleb Williams wear? 1 and 8. You add that 1 and the 8 together. What do you get? What do you get? Caleb Williams basically wears 9. You know what I mean? Always been my guy. And that's the reason. Key, go on. Sorry, bro. Who is your pick and why?
You know, for me, I have the Rams going quite far. I have the Rams getting to the Super Bowl, sadly losing to the Bills.
To the Bears.
To the Bears. So it's just gonna say it's not the first time we've seen AI in Chicago. Like I'm Allen Iverson at the Sixers. Give me Matt GPT, Puka Nacua, my guy, Devontae Adams. Give me the Rams.
I wondered where you were going with that, with the AI reference, but yeah, what do you think about that spread, bro? 3.5? Do you think they get that done by more than a field goal, or?
I never like the spreads. Every time I think of a spread, I think of like no cheese. Every time I think of the spread, I think like 3 points, like 3.5 is crazy. Why are we going 3.5? You know what I mean? Are we covering a kick? Why?
Well, if you want
like,
no cheese, then you should pick the Chicago Bears because they're the cheese graters. Sorry, Q. It'll be over soon, I promise.
I'm gonna be over soon.
Yeah, I was about to say. But I don't like the spreads. I don't like them ever. Give me money line.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that you have to pick one, like for your official play on the show. I just mean, do you think they get it done by more than a field goal? Obviously, you don't have to officially lock this in, but because whenever I see that go over the hook, you know, get to 3.5, I'm like, oh, shaky. Like, I don't like it. That's why I just moved the Texans to 3.5 instead of 3. In fact, let me go back. Let me just take Texans +3, because even if I take +3.5, that shit don't even make no difference. Because even if it's +3 and they lose by 3, it just pushes anyway. So let me change my Texans pick to just 3, because I was being weird, trying to be a pure Delaney Walker. Walker? I know what you're thinking, but I do actually know her. Key, you have picked the Rams. Q, who have you got, bro, and why? I've got a feeling there's a bit of revenge talk coming here, but...
Well, I changed one of my Super Bowl picks already, but I'm going to have to stick with the other one here. We talk about the Rams. Yeah, they've had a couple close games against the Panthers, but what happens after that? MVP talk comes after that. Stafford plays himself back into these MVP numbers. We're talking about him in Drake May 1A, 1B for MVP this year. I think he's definitely going to shake off whatever happened last game and come back and beat the Bears here. So give me the Rams.
That total points scares me as well, because it's late night in Chicago. In my head, on paper, I'm thinking under 48.5 is a lot of points, but then what did you and the Bears put up last week? Like fucking 60 odd points between us. Like, I feel like Matthews is just gonna dice this defense apart, and as long as he doesn't throw a pick, the Rams can easily cover this game. Bro, I don't even want to make a pick on the total points there, but I am going with the Bears, which means my new bracket is going to be... In fact, it's not, because I picked against the spreads. So I'm not even going to tell you it's my bracket, because I picked spreads. So my shit don't even make no sense. I mean, well, in theory, I've got the Broncos against the Texans in the AFC Championship game. Give me the under in that game already. It's not even happened yet, but I'm taking under, because that is going to be the ugliest offensive game of all time. Key, you want to talk about the Chargers Patriots being an ugly game? Wait till you see Broncos against the Texans, bro. That would be crazy. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the divisional round, boys. Anything to add? Do you just want to give new brackets? Do you just want to... I know there's only 4 games, so a pick 6 parlay probably wouldn't be too good, but should we pick, again, 1 touchdown scorer from each game?
We do a pick 3, 1 pick each.
And then just leave one of the games.
Okay, then just do 4 games.
All right, well... I mean, to be fair, we could do that because I can see Texans Patriots there being no touchdowns. It's like 6-3. So, you want to give us one from the Seahawks game, Key, from the Niners, because it's your team, or would you rather do a different game?
I want to say one guy, but I know it's just not gonna.
If you say Kyle Juszczyk, I will murder you on camera.
That's what I was gonna say. Just give me CMC, guys. Give me CMC.
Some bold words there. You've been talking a lot this episode. We'll see if you can make it to his house before I fly over there.
Give me Jake Tonjes. No, I'm playing. Q.
It was between Tonjes and Juszczyk, man. Honestly.
Do you want to
give me Robinson. Give me Robinson.
Give me.
I was about to say fucking Britney Spears. So you're taking DeMarcus Robinson?
Did you say Britney Spears?
Is that not Britney Spears?
Is that not ABBA?
ABBA.
I'm thinking, give me more. Is that not fucking Britney Spears? It is Britney Spears. Give me more. We was on a different wavelength, boys, but it's Britney, bitch. Anyway, give me.
We
Jake
don't need
Tonjes.
to talk about that game.
What, are you going to Marcus Robinson? Sorry, Key.
Yeah.
Okay, such a hype beast. Yeah, Q. Who you got from what game?
If there's one guy who's made his living off of scoring against the Bears, it's Devontae Adams. So give me Devontae Adams in this one.
I like that.
I like that pick.
I want that.
Ooh.
I want that damn carpet.
Let's see. Do we run it back with Kate's husband? Does he put the cape on one more time? They're not going to stop a Josh Allen tush push, are they? Hey, something I want to know that, like, obviously we'd have to speak to an actual NFL team about this somehow. When a team's on a bye week, like with the number 1 seed, like, what are they preparing for? Because obviously their matchup would be the lowest seed. So do they game plan all that week for, like, what do they game plan for? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm getting at? Because, like, I'm trying to think, have the Bills, the Broncos been preparing, like, for 2 weeks, essentially, to stop the Bills? Would they have guessed, the Bills will probably win their game, we'll be playing them? Because then that's a whole nother week of prep to stop the tush push, things like that. Or do they have to go through each scenario of each team? That's something I'd really want to know. What do the teams prep for in a bye week? But with that being said, I was going to say James Cook, but then I called him a crybaby before, didn't I? Prima donna. I'll be boring and say RJ Harvey. J.K. Dobbins is injured. The Bills can't stop the run. Give me RJ Harvey. That's an easy pick. It's a safe pick, I feel. But that's a little treble from the boys there, and that's not a bad little return. You know what I mean? It's 12-1. Not little bad odds there, but yeah, I feel like we should just make it a 4th pick. But then again, Texans Patriots, there's not even going to be a touchdown in that. Nico Collins is favourite to score. I thought he's ruled out.
To Henry. That's the only
should we go with
who's
Jaquavius
score.
Marks to score? Should we put Jaquavius on there? Sorry.
Drake May, mate. Russian touchdown.
Yeah, before he gets fucking eaten alive by Will Anderson with some ketchup on the side. Wait, hold on, boys. To round off the pick 4 parlay, we are Christian Kirk. We gotta run it back. If Nico Collins is injured too, we are Christian Kirk. He will carry the flame. Let's put Christian Kirk on there just for the show. Now that's looking saucy. 46-1. £10 returns £470. Boys, what a time to be alive. What a time to be a fan of sports. What a time to still have a team to support in the playoffs. Anything to add before we sign off?
You're a real piece of shit, you know that?
Oh man.
That's all I got to add.
I
Okay.
feel like we didn't get him enough last week, Q. We didn't do him dirty last week enough.
Yeah, you should have got on me
Oh, no,
last
I'm
week.
just waiting for the ego. I'm waiting for the ego to build and build and build and build and build and then crumble all down.
It could be
When the
this week.
Bears go this week, Q. If the Bears and Niners go this week, what is the point? Are we just not doing anything ever?
Well, no, because I mean, if the Niners go, you've still got to come. Q game when the Packers went out.
Yeah, but
If
after
the
that,
Niners and Bears lose, I might actually do the topless episode in celebration.
Oh, what if? Oh,
So,
what if the Niners win? The Bears win. They got to play each other in the championship. Hey,
please
Key.
no.
Key, picture it though. Like imagine it. Just imagine
Three-team
all the
Steve
people.
over here, man.
See, I'm not even a Bears fan now. It's literally just Caleb. And wait, hold on. Did you see that clip of Kyle Monongai? We got to talk about that. Did you see the clip of him with the water bottle? Q, did you see this? No.
Trying to block everything out.
Bro, you know, like the Gatorade bottles they have on the sideline there, like the squeezy bottles that they put through the helmet? Well, he was sat on the sideline with his helmet off and he went to drink out of it and he had it upside down, so he squeezed it and it just shot out in front of him, bro. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen. It was like the most CTE thing I've ever seen because his eyes are just staring ahead and he just squeezes his bottle. Oh, lad. I think it was Luther Burden was sat next to him and he was the only one that seen it and he was creased. Oh man. It was so funny, bro.
Yeah, if Bears and Niners win, I'm gonna be squeezing a bottle.
Well, we
Bottom
shall
of the bottle, man.
we should see you next week. The three of us should see you next week for our conference championship picks. I really don't know what to do about the Super Bowl episode, you know, because like it's going to be one game. What do we even really talk about? I guess we recap the conference championship games, then give our Super Bowl pick. It'll just be a quicker episode than usual, I guess. But yeah, who knows if we'll even make it to the Super Bowl, boys. You know. Remember, guys, next week is the Christmas episode. Make sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it from me. Finally, gonna stop speaking. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know the vibes, and we'll catch us next time. Take it easy, people, man. Q, I formally apologize, bro. Had to be
Too
done.
late.
Packers lost. Packers lost. Aaron Rodgers lost. This is all.
Bro, my brain's
guys
so
see this?
cooked. Is that Charlie Kirk?
This fucking AI generated is what it
Is
is.
that Kirk Purdy?
That's me, son.
That's you. Looks like Cooper DeJean. Looks like Reed Blankenship,
Pick
actually.
the Super Bowl. Pick us the Super Bowl.
You know, I'm so cooked. Someone sent me a picture yesterday and it was like a random meme. And I said, is that Kirk? And they were like, who? I was like, is that Charlie Kirk? And they were like, don't know who that is. I was like, first of all, how do you not know who that is? Second of all, my brain's cooked because it was like just a random guy. And I was like, low Kirk genuinely looks like Charlie, though. Boys, we could have a generational Super Bowl moment because we could have a repeat of this right here. And this time, it could be the other guy, Lil Broen, the other guy. And I would fucking love it. I forgot to ask you, Q, with the Packers, what do you think about people calling for Matt LaFleur's head? Do you think he should keep his job? Do you think he should go?
You know, I'm trying to think of who else we could bring in. Like, I would love Mike McDaniel as like OC. I would still love that if we're keeping LaFleur, and it sounds like we are. But I heard a very good point that was like LaFleur was the one that inherited this old ass final couple of years of Aaron Rodgers team, and then completely cleaned house and just infused it with youth. And he's probably got one more year of that. I think he's got the right. This guy said that he has the right to finish out like the 4-year window that he's basically created with Jordan Love at the helm and all these other young guys. And one more year, if I just need to see it in the first half of the season. If he can do one more year and actually finish out these football games, then fine by me. But if it's one more year and we can't finish in the second half, then I can't fucking take it anymore,
You
dude.
know, this is painful, but I low-key genuinely think yous win that game against the Bears if you have Micah Parsons. Because that fourth quarter pass rush, especially
Yeah,
in a playoff
fucking
game, is
obviously.
nah, I know, but like it's that one piece that you were missing. You know what I mean? Like
It's the what?
it's the say that again. Is that Luffy as a kitten? It sure is. Speaking of kittens, how you doing, Key?
Very tired, lads. Honestly.
Well, boys, it's
So
gonna
not
be
making
mad
a
once
cry, boy.
the show's over, innit? And we just have nothing but free time. Because I'm not making no more YouTube videos. I'm gonna make a little anime awards video, which will actually take a long time to put together. But at least doing that in my head now, I need to watch anime as a job. So I'll actually watch stuff and I don't have to feel bad about watching it. Because in my head, I'm going to watch this show. No, I'm not wasting my life away just watching anime and not getting a real job. I'm making a YouTube video on this, so I need to watch it and it's okay to watch it. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that's going to keep me going right now after the show is done.
You know, that whole 1 + 8 = 9 thing, I was like, are you schizophrenic? And what you just said, I think, confirms it.
I think I genuinely am. My brain should be studied. I have some certain thought patterns and I'm just like, you know, it's like, what's going on here? You know?